everyone, this is Kathy Lean with your top 10 crypto charts of the week. Now, we did have a significant sell-off a couple weeks ago in the major tokens. Unfortunately, this past week, we haven't gotten much traction. We saw a little bit of a recovery, but from the looks of it, across many coins, it looks more like a dead cat bounce than anything else. And, as we close up the week, it still seems like that may be the case. So if you're taking a look at this chart, you're looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's below all of the major moving averages. The 50 is crossing below the 200 SMA. The price action looks bearish. So downtrend still very much intact. Support at 40,000. It did drop below 40,000 at the beginning of last week. Found some aggressive bids at that level. Jumped higher, but now it's testing it again. And I think that we could have a second test of that level. Resistance is going to be up at the initially at the 20 SMA, but really the key resistance level is going to be 46,000. So 40,000 support, 46,000 resistance. For now, the downtrend remains intact. Ethereum also looking very bearish, below all of the major moving averages. If you look at the weekly chart, there does seem to be some support at the 3,000 mark, which is why it tested it and then it bounced off relatively quickly. At this stage, it still looks like it wants to make another run, so I think that's the most likely chance of where ETH could go in the coming week. Solana, bearish, but not as bearish as Bitcoin or Ethereum. We've got support at the 200 SMA, which is held very, very well. Right now, that support level is at 136.80. It looks like it wants to test it, and so 130 in general is going to be support, followed by 160 as resistance. Binance, also not as bearish, but still bearish. And for the most part, it's range bound. We've got support at 400, resistance up at 520. I think it's going to drip lower on a spread basis. Binance, Solana do look like they want to perform better than Bitcoin and Ethereum, so you can look at that from a spread perspective, possibly. Litecoin, on the other hand, is looking good. Litecoin's looking bullish. It is closing higher highs, higher lows, closing above. If it closes above the 20-day SMA, it's looking really good, like it could squeeze up to 160. So once again, another spread trade opportunity here, maybe short Bitcoin or Ethereum, long Litecoin. Luna, not as bearish, but still looks like it wants to decline, with resistance up at 84 and support down at 72. We could see a drip lower in this case, not a aggressive sell-off, but probably a drip lower in Luna. Ripple is bearish, also not as bearish as the other ones, but looks like it's still downtrend intact below all of the major moving averages. Taking a look at a weekly chart, we've got support at 60 cents, which is quite a far ways away. So initial support, I would say, is more at 70 cents, and resistance up at 80 cents. Doge, we're going to take a look at Crypto Crusher in a minute, because Doge caught this huge move higher in Crypto Crusher. And Doge is looking great. I mean, compared to other ones, higher highs, higher lows, very different trading pattern as BIDI or ETH. And it's hit a high just above 21 cents. I think it's going to try to make another run above those levels. Polkadot, not doing much, range bound, and I think that for the most part, it's just looking for a fresh direction from BIDI and ETH. Cardano, it looks like it wants to roll over a bit. Support at 110, resistance at 140. I think for the time being short is probably the smarter direction than being long Cardano. And then last but certainly not least, Shiba Inu. It is hugging the 20-day SMA support down here, and it really has to clear above 35 here in order to have any chance of significant upside. So looking at Crypto Crusher, I was talking about the signal that we had in Doge. This was from yesterday. Crypto Crusher is updated at 9 p.m. New York time every day. You can see from my chart over here, which I'm going to expand, it basically sends a buy signal over here. And the dots, the orange dot is target 1, the dot up here is target 2. And today the high was, we saw in the chart, up at 2150. So target 1 and target 2 was hit in Doge off of our signal that we had last night. We only had 3 signals. We had some other signals in OMG and XMR, some of the other coins that, also worked out very nicely. So, if you aren't using Crypto Crusher yet, I encourage you to do so. We caught some really nice moves. The breakdown, obviously it was quieter this past week in a lot of different tokens, but it caught a lot of the breakdowns here in, so not Avalanche, but in Ripple. And some of the bigger names, like Ripple over here, caught the sell signal over here. And with Litecoin already hit the first target. Now it's back, kind of trying to, might hit a break even. We also caught, a really nice move in Luna last week. So, this week we didn't have too much way signals, only Doge, but even that worked out really well. So definitely check out Crypto Crusher and this upcoming webinar that we've got at the end of the month. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at Kathy at bkcryptocrusher.com.